Welcome, everyone. We are live, and it is Thursday. Oh, yes, it is. Thursday. What are we going to do with ourselves today on this glorious Thursday? There's no sunshine in the window just yet. Not until about 7 something in the morning. Another 2 hours before the sun comes up. Fall is upon us. Today, we're talking about the solution for hate. It seems like a big topic, but we're not talking about the hate in the world. Because the only way to get rid of the hate in the world is to deal with it in your own heart. Because we live life from how? As within, so without. That's why it hasn't gone anywhere. Because we haven't dealt with it at the source. Now, when I say hate, I'm talking about the one in your bosom, the one you feel for where you're at in life. Sometimes we hate where we are at. It doesn't matter what you hate. The point of the matter is that you do hate. That is the seed that is planted. Thereby it is the harvest that is reaped. Yes? As within, so without. Look at your own life. Do you hate your present job? Do you hate your present relationship? Do you hate, what is it? You see, step one is always to acknowledge. Acknowledge and understand it. Because a funny thing happens when you hate it. A funny thing happens when you hate it. The experience persists. Well, how? Because you're looking at it and you are giving it your attention. And when you give something your attention, you make it grow. When you give something your attention, you make it grow. Whether that attention is good, bad, or indifferent is irrelevant. It is only that you give it attention. I've given you the example of the houseplant. You know, you talk to it, you brush its leaves, you water it. Yeah. It's in a perfect amount of sunlight, direct, indirect. You just got to know what kind of plant you've got. But if you watch it, it thrives because you're giving it attention. How are you giving it attention? By watering it, by talking to it, brushing its leaves. That's how you give attention to a plant. You give attention to a child by sitting with them and talking to them and hugging them and telling them they're special and unique in their own way. You listen to what they have to say. That is giving something attention. If you are sitting there and you are complaining about where you're at in life, well, the thing you are complaining about has your attention. And so long as that thing has your attention, you are breathing life into it and it is growing. So you see, you do not hate where you're at in life. Don't do that. Don't hate where you're at in life. Understand why you're there. You see, understanding or comprehension does something. It turns a light on a very dark place. When you begin to comprehend, I want to tell you a story of something that happened last night. I'll wait and share it on Fanbase. Because it's not in the world on Fanbase. It's just on Fanbase. But what happens here is when we despise or hate where we're at, we perpetuate it, we keep it going. So how do you change it? Step one, look at it. Do not judge it. What do I mean by judge? Don't say, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Why do I keep doing this all the time? I'm such a loser. No, no, no. We don't judge. Isn't that a trend going on? We listen and we don't judge. So when you are acknowledging where you're at, whether it is the job, whether it is the relationship, whatever it is, if it's your parenting, you do not hate where you're at because the very act of hating breeds things to hate. It does, as within, so without. You're the one blowing the dandelion seeds in the wind. What do you expect is going to grow when they land? Hate? Hello? So you first acknowledge it. And you ask yourself, man, I hate this job. Why? Why do you hate it? The job has no life other than what you put into it. Yeah, but every time I go to work, my boss is a jerk. My coworker, ooh, what a Karen. Oh my God. I totally can't stand them. They just make working there so hard. Okay, acknowledge that. And then you sit there and you ask yourself, why am I thinking about it? It's in my head all day long. And it dictates my moods. So what's my mood? Before you even get out of bed, you hate going to work. So what mood are you in? Uh-oh. What mood are you in? The mood that you are in is the behavior that you will exhibit. So there's a saying, you don't cut your nose to spoil your features. Eh? You don't cut your nose to spoil your features. Do you understand? Do you comprehend what that means? Let me tell you a little something. I've been in a position where I've hated it as well. I did. And what I hated about it was that, because when I walked into it, it wasn't like that. It didn't start like that. But you see, I have this unique way of doing things. And it makes people uncomfortable. It just does. I go to work and I find the best situation in any job. And when you work with people who complain about their jobs all the time and they tell you how much they hate it and how much they don't want to be here, and you look at them and you say, well, then why would you get out of bed like that? Oh, how can you be so positive? I said, because bills don't pay themselves. And if I hate what I do, I will cut off my money supply. So I may as well just enjoy the very fact and appreciate the fact that I can pay my bills. Well, cantankerous and cranky and bitter don't like that. So they start doing things that only they can do based upon the mood that they're in. If they're always cranky, they're going to always find a reason to yell at you. And me, I don't like being hollered at. I tend to give you the look that says, are you talking to me? Are you sure you want to take that tone? Right? So let's just say that position ended. Yes. In my favor, mind you. Funny thing that. And now I'm in one that just absolutely loves all of my skills and me. Because that's my personality. And Dr. Joe Dispenza says your personality is your personal reality. Hello? Because why? Your personality is your mood. Your mood is forever dictating your actions. So if your mood is one of hatred, you will find reasons to hate, because what is the outcome of seeking? Finding, obviously. So step one, acknowledge. Acknowledge it. And then you ask yourself a question. Why do I hate it? You'll get the answer though, you will. And then you make a decision from there. And that decision is made not because you want to lie to yourself and go, you know what, I'll just fake it till I make it. I'll just pretend that I like it. That's the fastest way to a brand new fashion accessory called a hug myself jacket, okay? You don't want that. When you acknowledge why you hate it, you'll begin to see yourself. Oh, indeed you shall. You will see what the anger is doing to you. It is distorting you. Meaning you, before you leave the house, you're snapping at somebody, you're yelling at somebody. And they ask you, well, who peed in your cornflakes? Did you eat razor blades for breakfast? They'll ask you that because you're so harsh. Mm. And you say, well, I don't know why I'm so harsh. You don't know because you hate where you're going. So you see, the hate is not just specific to one area. It bleeds into other areas because there's only you. So all of the other areas in your life that you experience, you touch it, you taint it with your hatred. Well, why are you yelling at me? Oh, my son had to check me. He said, Mother, I'm not the one who upset you, so you shouldn't yell at me. Oh, well, a spoonful of sugar makes that medicine go down, doesn't it? So you see, you learn eventually, don't you? So remember, step one, acknowledge where you're at. Understand why you hate it, but you understand what it is doing to you. It puts you in a position to encounter hatred. It doesn't matter what type of hatred. Hatred is hatred is hatred. It's just hatred. So all types of hatred you will come across. Depending on the intensity of the hatred you feel, that is what you will come across. And the question now becomes, do you want to experience that intensity of hatred? You don't know what form the hatred is going to take. You just know that it will be hatred. Why? As within, so without. And do you want that? Well, I think I can answer for you and say, no, no, you don't. So if you don't want that hatred, how do you change it? How do you turn it around? Oh, tell me more, Angela. Tell me more. How do I turn it around? By understanding what it does to the rest of your day. By understanding what it does to the rest of your world. By understanding the role that it plays in society. It does not stop with you. It starts with you, though. When you drop that pebble in the pond, it ripples outward. So your hatred is a pebble. And you drop it in the pond called the world. And there's a song, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Yeah, how do you make it a better place? By making your internal world a better place. Why? As within, so without. The simple decision to say to yourself, you see this hatred I got inside? I'm upset. But if I continue in that mood, that angry mood only brings about certain things. Remember, because every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. So if I'm walking with this in my bosom, oh, hello. I got it in my bosom and I'm holding on to it because I'm justified in having it. I'm justified in hating. Oh, okay. But holding on to it just makes my day harder. And I want an easy day. So, all this hatred is a mood. Now, what mood would I prefer to be in instead of one of hatred? Well, you know what? I just wanna feel good. Dr. Feel Good, right? I was driving to work and there's a sign on the bus that says turn up the mood. And I was like, oh, turn up the mood. Hello. You don't have to tell me twice. I like listening to music. This is what I like. There's something that you do that lifts your mood. I don't know what that thing is. You do, though. Is it dancing? Is it singing? Is it painting? Is it drawing? Is it coloring? Is it sewing? Is it baking? Is it cooking? I don't know. What is it that you do that lifts your mood? Do that. Listen, even if you lift your mood for 5 minutes out of the day, there's 24 hours in a day, but you're lifting it for 5 minutes. It is cumulative. Why? Because if you lift your mood every day, you begin to form a habit of a lifted mood. And what do habits make us do? Habits make us become efficient at what we do. And so when you have now noticed that you are efficiently and effectively moving into a better mood, you know what happens? A habit compels you to act upon it. It is irrelevant, the habit. The habit that you practiced compels you to act upon it. Oh, you doubt me, do you? Look in your life at your habits, and you'll see that they always want to be done. Oh, yes. Your habit whispers and says, you know you want to do me. So just go ahead. Whether that habit is good, bad, or indifferent, you must do it. Or you can fight the habit if you want to. But you cannot defeat the habit. No. You tie your shoes the same way every single time. You write your number twos, your A's, your B's the same way every time. Why? Because it's a habit. You learned how to do it and you continually do it because that is what you've learned and thus you will do it. So you see, hatred is a habit. You learned how to do something and you do it the same way every time and it just grows from there. So you see that 5 minutes that you want to turn your nose up at and think it is insignificant? It is not. That 5 minutes will build upon itself if you keep doing it. Oh, indeed. So you see, I'm gonna tell you this bit of the story because I want to save it for families because I just, but I did ask this young man last night. I said to him, where do you think this action will lead you if you do it? Where do you think it will lead you if you continually do it? He said, nowhere good. I said, do you want to go nowhere good? He goes, no, I want to go somewhere good. I said, well, then you have to start with the good to end up with the good. That's what I said to him. Anyway, fan base, I'll tell you more when we're alone, right? But the point is this. You cannot hate the job. Oh, Lord, I got to step on toes this morning. Let me turn over and step on toes, but I'll do it gently. because I know some of you don't like scripture, but if you look at the scripture, you don't judge the scripture. Hello? Don't judge it. I don't cherry pick it either. I just look for the principles. I look for the law in the scripture because the law is there. The scripture would say to you, how can you love God whom you have not seen, but hate your brother whom you have seen? That's what scripture says. Do you grasp the meaning of that? How can you hate your brother whom you look at all the time, but say you love something you can't see? It says then there's no love within you. Oh, oh, oh. There's no love within. Why would you read that phrase? Because as within, so without. So if you do the act of hating, it is because the hatred is within. So you cannot love God whom you have not seen if you are holding the hate. As within, so without. So don't come for me about scripture. Scripture is neither my friend nor my enemy. I look for the principles. The principles: mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender are the principles. Only seven. Seven principles. Some call them seven universal laws, but they're seven principles. So when it says to you, how can you love whom you have not seen, but hate those that you do see? It is telling you that the hatred is within, and what is within is the only thing that can be on the outside. That is why you can't love God and hate your brother. Because the hate is within. So you can only do that which is within. If you don't know how to read, you haven't learned how to read, so it is not within you. So therefore you cannot do it. You have to get it in you so you can do it on the outside. As within, so without. So if you are hating the job, you all know my grandfather taught me that a job is an inanimate object. A job has no life other than the worker who puts life into the job. So you see, a lot of us sometimes would have the attitude that says, let's do a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. Yeah. You know, we say we working for the man. You're not working for the man. You're working for yourself. Wait, what? What do you mean I'm working for myself? I have a job I go to every day, and if I don't go to it, I don't get paid. If I don't, I get fired. I'm working for the man. No, you are working for yourself. Let me explain. When you go and you do any job, you are learning something. Your job is a habit. You get up at the same time, you get to work at the same time. Hello, habit. Pattern. Yes. Rhythm. It is you who is being molded and shaped by the job. So you see your skill of memory that you want to improve? Start memorizing things as you see them at your job. And you will improve your memory. Who are you working for? You're improving yourself. You see, you use the job as a whetstone to sharpen your skills. So you're not working for somebody. You want to learn how to be more creative in whatever that job is. Merchandising, because it's in retail. You want to make an end cap that is exciting to the eye. So people will ask you questions and purchase what you got there. Well, then you've got to become creative. So you start fostering creativity within you. But here's a little tidbit for you. You see, the creativity that you foster within yourself does not stop there. It bleeds over into every aspect of your life, thereby making you more creative. Tell me again how you're working for the man. It is all a matter of perspective, you know. And you see, you think that no one sees when you work. You know who sees? You see. And then that scripture comes into effect. Oh, what scripture is that, you say? A man's gifts makes room for him and brings him before great men. Whatever does it mean? It means you are always observed. And cause and effect are beautiful. You think you're just plugging away, you're working away out. You're just working away, grinding. You think that's what you're doing. But you see, your attitude with which you do that job. I've been in a position where somebody said to me, listen, I like your work ethic. If you're ever looking for a job, look me up. Remember me. Hello? You don't know me? I said, but you don't know me. And they said, I see. Therefore, I know you. I see what you're doing. And I was like, oh, okay. So don't think for a moment that you're working for someone else. It is your attitude that precedes you. You see, so it doesn't matter the type of hatred that you hold on to. It will show itself in your everyday life. And you think you're just hating the job or just hating the relationship. No, 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 no. People say, well, why don't you just leave it then? Do you know why you don't leave it? Because you hate it. You're giving it your full attention. Every time you complain about it, listen, every time you complain about something, you're telling it, give me more of this. Why? Because you're looking at it. If you were not interested in something, you would not give it your attention, would you? We all know this is fact. So look at the reasons why we keep manifesting the things that we do. Remember, to manifest is to show the contents of something that is within the container. You go on a plane, they have the travel log. That is a manifest. It's showing you who's in the plane. You go on a cruise, the manifest is telling you who these passengers are. So the thing in your mind that you think is invisible, it is inside, and it must show itself on the outside. So it has to manifest. It has to show itself. So wherever the attention is habitually, your habit, because you do it the same way every time, all the time. Yes, a little bit, honey. I can hear you. You're early this morning. Oh, little Pookie. He's early. But every day, all day, you're manifesting the contents of your mood. And what did I tell you yesterday? Your mood is akin to an article of clothing. A pair of shoes, if you will. You can put them on at will, take them off. Yes, you build your day upon your mood. Oh, yes. So today, my beautiful friends, do not think for one moment that if you hold hatred in your bosom, oh, and sometimes hatred can be a little bit sneaky. Oh, it can be. It might not look like hate. Not off the bat. It doesn't always look like it. Not off the bat. But if you feel it, you can recognize hatred by its feel. Oh, yes. Sometimes somebody just has to look at you and you'll know they hate you. They didn't say a word to you. You just know because why? They projected the feeling that they had out into the world. And then we ask, why is the world falling apart? Because of what we're projecting into it. So be mindful. Oh, there's a buzzword. Be mindful. Have your mind full of what? What you want to see in the world. That's what we do. Have your mind full of what you want to see in the world. Oh, Angela, you're so kumbaya. Do you know how many times I've heard that about myself? You're so kumbaya. And do you know how I respond to it every time? I say, it's okay. And I just start humming it. I may as well go all out with it, you know? Which one would I rather be known for? The kumbaya queen or, oh my God, you just give her a wide berth, man, because she crazy. She is so angry. Look at her face. Like she been sucking lemons all day. Ooh, she bitter. No, thank you. Now, you see, I keep telling you, the things that we hold in our bosom show on our face. Why do you think there's a whole modality called facial diagnosis? You can look at the face, the nose, between the eyebrows, and you can tell a habitual mood right on their face. We do it in traditional Chinese medicine all the time because of the principle of correspondence, as within, so without. So if you say, "Oh my God, I've got so many wrinkles," what are you frowning about? Or what are you laughing at? Because those wrinkles don't look the same. No, they don't. They don't look the same, those wrinkles. Laughter and frowning. They do not look the same. They're very different in their expression on your face. And it even goes as far, because I keep telling you, there's nobody else. It's just you. If you look in the mirror now, I when I look in the mirror and I see gray, I say, oh, where are my tweezers? Because I'm not ready yet. No. No, thank you. You leave me alone. At least I can admit that to myself. But you see, if you look in the mirror and you go, oh my God, look at me. No wonder nobody wants me. I'm so ugly. I'm so not pretty. I'm so ill. Man, these hoes ain't loyal. They don't know a good man when they see one. Yeah, I don't know how men talk, but what are you looking in the mirror and saying to yourself? That is the mood you're holding in your bosom. How you expect that somebody's gonna find you attractive if when you examine the self, you only see ugly? As within, so without. That is never going to change. So how do you get it within? You look for just one thing that is good about just one. Just, well, you start with one. And it will grow from there because remember, the outcome of seeking is finding. So look for one thing. Just one. I haven't learned to appreciate my hairline just yet, but you know what? It leaves me with a whole lot of face to wash. This hairline of mine. Oh, yes. And as a kid, somebody cut it off. Oh, you thought it looked bad before. Oh, it was brutal. And I couldn't hide it. I had to go to school like that because we weren't allowed to wear hats. Well, you know what? Never again will I hate my hairline. I don't hate it anymore. Oh, no, I don't. It's my hairline. Find one thing that you like about yourself. One thing. Just one. This is how you Remove hatred, not by looking at it, but by replacing it, by putting your attention elsewhere. But you cannot get up and put your attention elsewhere for 2 minutes and go, it's not working. It is cumulative. It's like pregnancy. At first, you don't look pregnant. Oh, heavens, no. You don't look pregnant at first. But listen, by the time you get to that 10th month, oh, that 40th week, ooh, you say, are we there yet? You are evicted, child. Get out. But it doesn't start that way. It builds and it compounds upon itself. So you practice by finding one good thing to appreciate about where you are. Because when you do that, you have turned your attention from the thing you don't want towards the thing that you do want. Didn't Elsa say, let it go, let it go? Didn't she say that? Well, how do you let something go? By embracing something else. You have to embrace something else. You have to give something else your attention. And when you give something else your attention, naturally, the thing that you've been trying to escape leaves you. Don't take my word for it. That would be hearsay. Hearsay is not even admitted in a court of law. You have to have seen that thing firsthand. So here's how you test it. How many times can you see a coincidence? You know, when we say, oh my God, what a coincidence. I was just thinking of you. I was just going to call you and you called me. What a coincidence. How many times can you do that today? How many times can you experience one? Do you know why? A coincidence is not random. Listen to the word co-inside. Oh, the thing on the inside matched the thing on the outside. Did it not? How are you going to tell somebody, oh my God, I was just thinking of you? Well, you had them inside your mind, and there they are on the outside in your world. That is a coincidence, which would show you that the thing you are holding on the inside is matching the experience on the outside. So how many times can you experience one today? Watch for them and see, because that simple exercise will show you that you have the ability to hold something in your bosom and recognize it when you come across it outside. So much so, you say, OMG, what a coincidence. And we think coincidences are random. Nothing is random, darling. That thing you experienced on the outside is the thing you had on the inside. So now when you see that happening to you, you say, oh, I just saw a coincidence. But that was me. I did that. Next time you ask yourself, why does this always happen to me? Why do they always treat me this way? You will know that it is you. And if you can see that it is you, what will you do? You will ask yourself, what would I prefer to be treated like? And to answer that question, you have to begin to see it. Where will you see it? On the TV? You will see it inside. You will see it in your mind's eye. And you will say, you know what? I want to be treated like ... And here's what it would look like. So then you begin to experience in imagination what you would be treated like in reality. And then when people start treating you like it, you say, oh, what a coincidence. They're treating me the way I want to be treated. Why? 'Cause you changed. You changed. You changed what was within. Why did you change what was within? 'Cause you wanted a different experience on the outside. And the only way to get a different experience on the outside, darling, is to change what is on the inside. So, you see that hatred? I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Ow. You have to put the attention somewhere else. That is how we reverse. So, I know I've said a lot this morning, and I am way over time. I am way over time. Let's welcome everyone into the space this morning, and then I will go. But remember how to test yourselves. Remember how to test yourself. And you see, the thing is this. You and I don't test ourselves in a way that says, because it's natural, is it not? Naturally, you think of someone. Just naturally. You don't have to force it and fake it and pretend. No, you don't do that. Naturally, you live your life. And we're living it from the mood. So there has to be a mood that would make you think of that person. Hmm? Always. So if you are engaging in the mood that makes you think of that person, then is it a is it a mood that makes you feel good? Because you know the outcome. What you don't know is the type of experience, other than it's going to be an experience that makes you feel good. Why? Because it's going to match the mood that feels good. But if it's a mood of, ugh, if it's a mood of, oh my God, if I see this heifer one more, if it's that mood, you can guarantee the type of experience, because it's the type of experience that will make you sneer the way you're sneering now. The experience will always match the mood. But what we can't see is the type of experience. This is why people don't associate mugging with having been projected outward, because they can't see how that experience matches the mood. They're, well, I wasn't thinking of that. No, but the act of feeling as if you're someone who's always taken advantage of, well, it will have to express itself in a way that you were taken advantage of. It always is going to match. You just need to pay attention. Oh, so, oh, Liza, darling. Hello, Liza. Lionel? Lionel, I've never said your name before. I would have remembered. Because Lionel goes with hello. And you know what? Adele has taken over that song. That very first line, so much so that you can't even remember. Is it me you're looking for? Right? Because every time you hear hello now, you think of it's me. But I digress. So I would have remembered you, Lionel. So hello. Welcome to the space. Oh, and you're from Facebook. Oh, wow. Oh, hello, Facebook. And Liza's in these YouTube streets. Hello, girl. It is always lovely to see you. And look at Twitter. Twitter is just for the replay gang. Oh, oh, who's scrolling on Fanbase this morning? I have to scroll to see how many people are in here. Oh my God. That is so exciting. Your girl is scrolling. Jesse Min is in the house. Big Mike is in the house. If it isn't Miss McQueen, my Scotch bonnet. Ow. Hey, girl. One Keenan is in the house. Beautiful ones. Hey, you can't say that any other way. Oh, beautiful ones. No, you have to say it the way it is. Beautiful ones is in the house. Ow. Oracle Treehouse. I see you. 7. Oxamite. I see you. Moon and Dolphin Duck. Ray Ray is in the house. I see you. Oh, my sweet KZ. I see you. And Lo. Um, Los MG, is that how I say it? I would have, because the only part of your name I can see is Lo, so I say, oh, lo and behold, hello. Welcome to the space, because I've never said your name before. Welcome. Let me pop into the chat real quick. I know Jessamine and Ray Ray got something going on in the chat, but Ah, I see you, Ray Ray and Jessamine. I see you both. Yes, beautiful ones. Of course, the evidence of God is everywhere and in all things. I was talking about that with someone yesterday. This is why the phrase the all in all exists. Because the all, aka God, is in all. Because without the all, we wouldn't even have the breath to breathe, because that is the all. That's why it is everywhere. The rocks. See, that's why that scripture that says, if my people don't praise me, the rocks will cry out. Because the all is in the rocks. The all is in the trees, the water. It is everywhere. Right? So, yes. Mm. Low. Listen, G, you say I'm preaching. Listen, my grandmother heard that from beyond. My grandmother heard that because that's what she always said. She says, you will be a preacher. My grandfather said, no, she's going to be a lawyer. And what am I preaching? The laws of creation. But you know what? They were both right in their own way. Yes, and it does always start with the self. So this glorious Thursday, because listen, the reason I say this because I don't say it lightly, especially for people who are dealing with depression and anxiety. I keep saying to you, it is only a habit. It is only a habit. It is only a habit. It is a behavior that we started with something and as a way to cope. Yeah? But the funny thing with a habit does not discriminate. It just says, do me the same way every time. And I'll make sure you keep doing me. That's what a habit says. So it doesn't matter. So if you come home and you have a hard day and you crack open a bottle and you go, this will make me feel better. By the end of the week, you have a habit. And then the habit always wants to be done. And I said it to that young man last night. I'm going to tell you all the whole story, fan base. I'm coming. I said, is this a habit you want to have? He said, well, no. I said, okay. But if you keep doing it, it becomes one. So anxiety. And people say to me, but Angela, it's showing up in my body. They're telling me my brain chemistry is out of whack. It would have to be. Because the mood has to manifest in the body. How else would you know what was going on within the body? Right? This is why when you go to TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, and you're dealing with anxiety, I can tell. I just have to look at the tip of your tongue. Because you're starting to generate heat in the heart, and it agitates, which is anxious. It will always show itself only because you've practiced that behavior. And so, because it is practiced behavior, the body conforms to the practiced behavior. So, it feels like you can't break it. It feels like you're stuck in it, but you're not. Because the principle of vibration tells you that everything moves, nothing stands still. So, you can't be standing still. You just keep doing the same thing you're doing. You're not still, you're not stuck. You just keep doing the same thing all the time. So, to emerge from that, you have got to take the time to change the mood. Remember, that old mood has been laid down neurologically in the brain. It has been. So you have to lay down a new pathway. Remember the analogy I gave you. And we have all seen it. All of us have seen it. You're walking down and there's a field. And in that field, there's a footpath. You can't even see the grass in the footpath anymore, just on the sides. But where the feet are, it's just pure dirt now. Why? Because people keep walking down the same spot every time. That is a habit. How can you be so sure it's a habit? It's easier for you to walk down that trodden pathway than it is for you to crush through the tall grass to make a new one. So it is the path of least resistance to take that footpath. But remember, the footpath only emerged through what? Consistent treading upon it. So in order for you to move from one habit to another, keep treading upon it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And you will have a new pathway and a new habit to do. So choose wisely. So when scripture says to you, choose which day, which God you will serve, what you think is saying to you, the habit becomes like a God, you know. Oh, oh, well, it compels obedience. Hello. And a ruler always does compel obedience, does it not? So the habit. So whatever, you better choose which habit. Because why? Because habits make you efficient. They make you good at what you do. Good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter what type of habit. Just know the nature of a habit, which will assist you in choosing the type of habit you want to deliberately make. I'm done for the morning now, okay? Because you know I will be here all day with you. And you know what? I got to get to work. Because I enjoy it. I love my job. Especially the clients who call in and say, I don't want to complain, but I say, well, tell me all about it. When are you going to come out and do my roof? As soon as we get there, you are in the queue. But where am I in the queue? I don't know what your number is in the queue. There's well over 800 people. Oh my God, but it's been a year. 9 months of that year was winter. Listen, let me tell you something, Linda. I just can't. Some days I'm just like, wow, people, right? But if you understand where they're coming from, if you understand their mood, you'll understand why they behave the way they do, and you'll learn to give grace. Anyhow, fan base, I'm coming to tell you the story. Anywho, I'll see you again. Because you know tomorrow is Friday, you know. And so I'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Fanbase. A little bit sends his love. Because he was crying. Oh my God, listen. I told you I was 90% sure that Biscuit was a hen. Biscuit started to flap its wings yesterday and make a crowing sound. Not a crowing as the way Lil Bit will crow, because Lil Bit has experience with crowing, because Lil Bit is too. Biscuit is just finding his voice. I said, wait a minute. That's not hen behavior, but you look like a girl. You can't tell until it does something. So I'm waiting, and I'm like, oh my God, just be a hen, please. Ah. So Yoda Green just popped in to Twitter. Hey, Yoda Green. So I don't know. I'm confused. But my chicken is not confused. It knows what it is. It just hasn't told me yet. Because you can't check. It's not like a cat where you look at the back and, ooh, these nuts. No. It's not like that. You can't tell. You can't. Right? They each just have one exit at the back. So you can guess, but unless you do a DNA test. But anyway, I think Biscuit might be a failure. So I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't behave like a failure though, but that crow thing he's doing. Look, stay tuned for more Chicken Chronicles, and I'll tell you all about Biscuit as soon as I know what Biscuit is. Anyway, I have yattered on enough, and I still got to tell you the story, fan base. Hold on. Okay. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will see y'all on the morrow. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, fan base. Peace out. Hold on, fan base. Twitter is closed.